discuss one-time pad encryption and a CTF challenge based on this encryption called N1TP from cktivityCon 2021. Okay, so this encryption comes from a Wigner cipher which was famous, which was made as an improvement over famous Caesar cipher, which was used by Julius Caesar for sending messages to his generals during those olden war times. Okay, so OTP encryption has actually two forms. First one is made by mathematician and another that is made by programmers. We will discuss the programmer one as that one will be used in 99% of CTF. For OTP encryption, we need a message that is flag in CTF and a key which will be unknown to us. What is behind the scene for making cipher form of message? First flag and key is converted into their hexadecimal form, then XOR operator is applied between the two hexes. The XOR operator is represented by this symbol right here. We get the output, that is the ciphertext we get usually in the encoded form, which we have to decode to get our flag. If you don't know XOR, it's a binary operator like plus, minus, multiply, divide. This simple form of calculating XOR is to convert your data, whatever form that data is, into its binary form and then apply the XOR between them. How does it work? For 1 and 1 you get 0, for 0 and 0 you get 0, 1 and 0 you get 0, 1 0 and 1 you get 0. So basically if both are same you get 0, if both are different you get, sorry, I have written something wrong here, this should be 1, this should be 1. Okay, you can see the example right here. If it's 0 0 you get 0, 1 1 0, if it's different you get 1. Okay, so you understand what is XOR. So suppose your message is this and the key is this, you get the ciphertext is this. So this is the ciphertext you usually receive in the CTF. I will show you the CTF N1TP how it usually works in CTF. We can sum up the result into this following form: ciphertext is equal to plain text and key applying the XOR operator between them. Key is the XOR operator applying between ciphertext and plain text. Now, after knowing this, it might seem very difficult to crack this code, and actually according to mathematicians it's unbreakable, but in N1TP CTF we are provided with such use of this OTP encryption that makes it vulnerable to crack. Let's go to our challenge. Okay, so this is our challenge and basically there are no clues in description, so I won't go there. You will get an option here to start. I have already clicked on it. Now after that you get an option to connect using you get a host name and port to connect using netcat. Let's go to there. Okay, so I connected using the netcat. It says that this is our flag in an encoded form. Also we have an option to send arbitrary data to this Nina for her to encrypt it. Till now we are not sure that this is one-time pad encryption because there is nothing really given here that could say that except for this unbreakable, but it's not enough. So let's send some arbitrator. How about I send flag? Okay, so I know that the flag will start from this, and since it is the cipher form of flag, I would like to send this flag to see what we get the result. Well, first of all, we have the confirmation that OTP scheme was used, and there are some fascinating results. We can see that our ciphertext starts with similar bytes, same bytes as the encrypted flag. So as long as the key is being reused, we get this information that the key is being reused, and also it literally says one-time pad. So we get that this is one-time pad encryption. So as long as this key is being reused, I can send plain text to encrypt and calculate the key from known plain text and ciphertext using this property. Ciphertext is equal to plain text and key, applying the XOR operator between them, and key is the XOR of ciphertext and plain text. Okay. So how about I send a bunch of A's? I send this and I got an encrypted form of this key. Let's copy it. Okay, so now I will go to CyberCef. This is a website. You can just Google CyberCef and you will get the first option to go to it. This is actually a website that I use a lot of time. It's a really cool website. I used to convert data from one form to another. There are more than 200 useful operations in CyberCef. Okay, so for this process we need to hex operation, from hex operation, and let's search XOR operation. So here it is. All right, so I got this encrypted value. So what I'm doing is I'm going to input AAA that I did in the terminal, and I will put, here is an option to put key, but I will put the ciphertext that I got, and here I will put the number of A's that I send. Let's print it now. Okay, so we are getting just of this, we are getting the similar thing, but at the same time you need to know that after using this key on this, what we got in this challenge is a form of hexadecimal. So what I will do is applying this key to this data, and then whatever I get I will convert it to hex. So I'm going to use this function as well. You can get how this is working. Okay, so there is something wrong here. Okay, now we got this. I don't need space. So how this site works, if you want to know, here are the operations like plus, minus, divide. You can add this operations here, and here you put the input, here you get the output. Now we got a hexadecimal. So this is actually the hexadecimal form of the key that our target has used. What this looks like, see, this is the plain text that we are sending in this formula. This is the plain text we are sending. This is the ciphertext form of this. So if I do XOR between plain text and ciphertext, we get this key. So here it is, the key. Let's copy it. Okay, Now I'm going to put the key here. Okay, now just remove this. Now this time I'm going to copy this hexadecimal form of the flag. Listen to me, hexadecimal form of the flag. So after inputting this, I need to convert this XOR from hexadecimal to the flag that we are going to receive. So I'm going to on this and we get the flag. Now you can just copy this and paste it to our website and it will work. Now there are some more information that I would like to tell you, like this is the site that I use to decode and encode one-time pad. You can just google mobile fish one-time pad, you will get the first link, just go on that. You can try yourself, input some flag and then input some keys and learn what it works, how it works. This is how, and it also shows how it works behind the scene. So you can use this. And for converting text to hexadecimal form, you can just google text to hex online and you get so many options, you can use them.